Manchester City?
No, it's like the first 50, 20 minutes in Dortmund was the same. The first half in Dortmund at home was the same. Everyone had the desire to do it, have to learn. It's the second time in our history we are in these stages. So many players, a lot of players, 80% of the players, the first time to play in the semi-final of the Champions League. It's not like other teams that play, I don't know how many times. It's a process. And it's just to convince them that when we are, or we do who we are, everything will be easier. And hopefully next game is going to happen.
Thank you.
Thank you, Simon. Next we go to Ben Ransom.
Sorry, Pep. Hopefully you can hear me. Pep, did you see your side grow again tonight, given the context of the game?
Yeah, definitely. I think we start really well the first 5-10 minutes, but after we had a problem to keep the ball. So in part, I would say for the quality from Mauricio Pochettino team, for the quality for the players they have. If you are not aggressive against Verratti, Paredes, Neymar, and all these big stars, so you cannot do it. So it's so difficult. And when we realize to be more aggressive, especially the second half, making a good intensity, and after that we can find it. But I'm pretty sure the second leg will be different, the second half, because I know Mauricio is going to learn or going to see the game. Also, we have to see the game. We can change something to be more aggressive and more fluid in our game, and do it. Now is rest. I was happy that in the locker room after the game, the players were so calm. No cheering, just calm, and some hugs and see his mobile phones, because we know everything can happen in the second leg. Now is going to Crystal Palace, the big incredible opportunity to, for the Premier League, and after 3 days later, try to play a good game against Paris Saint-Germain again and try to reach the final.
Thank you, Ben. Next we'll go to Guillaume Balaguer. Hi, Guillaume. Is he look?
Hello. Good evening, Pep. In the first 5-10 minutes of the second half, there was a lot of runs in behind, and your team was much more aggressive without the ball, just trying to find that pass. Obviously, you must have said something at halftime in that direction, that they needed to be more intense, because in those 5-10 minutes, they did more runs in behind than the whole of the previous 45 minutes.
In the 45 minutes, we played to don't lose the ball, but without any intention to be aggressive, to break the lines with the passes, play quicker to the wingers and behind the lines. We could not do it. And the second half was a little bit much better in any terms. So, and that's why it was the reason why. So our football was better. So the consequence, the way we were aggressive without the ball, and especially with the ball, with intention, be patient all the time. But when Riyad arrived, the sense dangers, and in that positions, Phil was more involved in the game. Was better, much better.
Thank you, Guillaume. And Jack, go on.
Hi, Pep. How pleased are you that you managed to stay in the game in the first 20-25 minutes when you weren't playing particularly well, but you defended with great resilience to give yourself a platform to get back into it?
When you play knockout stages in semi-finals, the first leg, you are talking to yourself, but the players are thinking in the next game and don't lose. So you cannot win the qualification, the final in the first leg, but you can lose it. And I understand the players. So sometimes they feel not comfortable. They were good, and I understand. But we were relaxed in the halftime. We spoke about who we are, and we adjust something, little stupid things, not important, because it depends on the personality of the players, and we're more aggressive without the ball, especially. We're again the ball high, like it happened against the Spurs in the Carabao final. And with the ball, when that's happened, is a consequence. That's why attack and defense is the same thing. You defend well, you attack better. And when you attack better, you are more aggressive without the ball. You cannot split. You cannot, talk about the two things not in the same time. So, and that's why we did it. But it's just the first 45 minutes, 90 minutes. So, and it's a hard work to do, I'm pretty sure. So when a team has Neymar, especially when 10 minutes left, 10 against 11, had the ball as a holding midfielder, dribble 1, 2, 3, 4, provoke faults, provoke actions to create the actions with Mbappe, with the other ones, show the personality of this club. This club is winning the French league every year since the last 8-9. Last season, final the Champions League. They know exactly what they have to do to handle this type of games. And hopefully we can be ourselves in the second leg.
Thank you, Jack. Mike McGrath.
Hi, Pep. From what you say about being yourself, the team showing their personality, are you saying that in the second leg they really need to? Is it their character that will bring them through to the final?
Absolutely. But the people, this is my words. It looks easy, but it's not easy. I understand the place. I was once when I was young playing football, and I know it's not easy. And that's what I understand. So we faced today a team like scored 4 goals in Camp Nou against Barcelona. They scored 3 goals in Munich, the last champion. It's a team like is able to do whatever they want because they have the quality to do it. And that's why when you start the game and do it, you cannot. You play a little bit cautious, but in good sense. I'm not complaining at all. In the halftime, I said, I'm not complaining. I understand you guys. I understand you feel the responsibility because you want to get to the final. That's normal. It's just to understand you have to handle this responsibility. Be ourselves. Don't be shy. We lose, we lose. You don't get the final, we'll try next season. No problem. But try to play our game like we spoke and without the ball. What is our identity as a team? No, without the ball, with the ball. Okay, go out there and try to do it. And they were fantastic. And because I admire them for the fact being not good, how they change in doing well, means a lot to me about these players, about this team, a lot. But normally, when you are not good, can sustain 90 minutes not good, and you lose 2-3-0, it's over. And it was completely opposite. The last 5-10 minutes, the first half, I said, we have to play the same last 5-10 minutes, the first half. Second half, they did it. And after, we were lucky or whatever, we scored 2 goals.
Thank you. We have a question from Omar Akatugba. Just unmuting you now.
Okay. Hi, Pep. Good evening. My name is Omar Akatugba from Nigeria. PSG, you talked about PSG scoring a lot of goals away. They scored 3 in Munich, scored 4 in Barcelona. But at home, they have not been very good. They couldn't beat Barca at home. They lost to Bayern. And now they have lost to Man City. Is this something that gave you hope before coming to the Parc des Princes, knowing that PSG aren't very good at home?
Yeah. No, I know the second leg can happen everything. We scored 2 goals, they're going to score 2 goals. I know it. Now we feel the pressure because we have a good result and of course we want to reach the final, but I'm not talking about the consequence of the results. I'm talking about what we have to do to be ourselves to beat them again. So this is the target for the next days. And now is no time. Prepare the Crystal Palace because it's a dream come true. Win the Premier League, 3 Premier Leagues in the last 4 years. And after 3, a final again, like was today, and try to, of course, I'm going to analyze the team. PSG can change the way he played today, another system, another shape. Many things can happen. And the quality they have up front, you have the feeling, when they arrive close to our box, the feeling that, how dangerous they are. And that's why everything is open. It's a good result. We scored 2 goals away. That is fantastic, but it's absolutely everything open. And I had a feeling that my players knows it. So it's not necessary to tell them.
Thank you. Mike Minet from BBC.
Hi, Pep. Congratulations on the win. And I know that you'll focus and say that there's still a second half of this tie to play. But in terms of winning first leg in a Champions League, the first time the club has ever done that, how big is the result in the 5 years you've been here, the history of the club to have almost, the halfway there to a final now?
Listen, I'm not going to buy the product to say you reach the final or good semi-final we have done. That makes sense. Not all we have done the last 5 years together, last 4 years together, winning amount of titles. So if you wanna be agree. But being in now, reach the final, not reach the final. So if you reach the final, that makes sense what we have done so far. No way. So we have done is incredible, and we want to compete. We compete really well. In that stages, you cannot be 90 minutes perfect. And of course, it's a dream to reach the final for the first time in our life from this club, and we're going to try to do it, knowing that the difference will be if we are able to do what we have done during 55, 60 minutes, or be more cautious and thinking about the result 1-2, we have to protect, we have to defend, or we're thinking about, okay, go out there to win the game. So if we go to play the game with the mentality to win the game, not deserve, we have chance to go through.
Okay, thank you, Mike. Our last question comes from Karim Balde.
Yes, j'espère que vous m'entendez. Bonsoir coach, une question à propos de Riyad Mahrez.
Good evening, coach. About Mahrez.
I'm glad to hear from you. Congratulations for this win. And I have a question about Riyad Mahrez. His goal tonight was not so. We didn't see him a lot tonight, but he scored a crucial goal for your team. What do you think of his performance tonight? And I think that now he seems to be very at a high level in your team during this last weeks and months.
He played really well. He's playing last month really well. So it was so aggressive. The first action in the game was aggressive, pass to Kevin. And Marquinhos making incredible good movement defensively. No, he played really well. So personality. He's a guy, he doesn't feel the pressure. So he's a guy in the big stages. He handled it really well.
Okay, guys, thank you very much. Thank you.